to the Grizzled Geek Reacts to RWBY. I'm Mike.
I'm Shane.
I'm Kirsten.
I'm Doug.
And we're here, guys, back with episode 6 of volume 8 of RWBY. We're, man, super excited. This season, I know it's been kind of like kind of like the tragedy season, whatever. Well, we knew that going into it, right? With Salem showing up.
Right.
Feels like the end game, but then we're not really sure. After last episode, how we feeling after last episode? The ending.
Worried for Penny.
Yeah.
Not prepared to lose Penny again.
Yeah, I know.
Not prepared to lose anyone.
Yeah, I mentioned to Mike the other night, not to you guys. I have a feeling that the staff of creation is going to play a big role in like giving Penny a real body, because it's like the one thing they could.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
So Pinocchio becomes a real boy, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, Mike. Well, Pinocchio becomes a real boy because the fairy waves her magic wand.
Yep.
Right.
Sure.
There we go.
So
that would be really cool.
The only one we know of that could do it would be the staff of creation.
And all we need to do is drop Atlas on all those people to do it.
Right. That's all we gotta do.
I call that fair trade.
I'll take it. I don't know those guys. All right. So
get the finals out.
Today's episode is called Midnight, which tends to suggest Cinderella may not make it back on time, or
or
yeah.
Something to do with Cinder. We know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Ride turns back into a pumpkin.
We're gonna assume that.
Well, yeah, because we got that her scrubbing the floor scene early on, so it does tend to suggest we're going to get some more about her.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
All right, guys. I'm saying we jump into it.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right, guys. Are ready? We all set? On 3, 2, 1, play.
Full screen.
Always forget to do that.
I start out that way.
We should do a poll about this song because the comments we'd be getting are kind of mixed. Just to see what, you know.
Yeah. You should get on that.
Punch her.
Punch her.
Her too.
He needs to be punched once.
Slap.
I think so.
Yeah.
He needs to come to his senses. Someone made a good point that his powers might be waning because he's not really sure of his feelings about Nora, and it's kind of confusing things or making things difficult for him. So.
Yeah. It's basically he's not felt anything since his parents died. Every time he had to feel something, he probably used the semblance to calm his emotions. So.
Yeah.
River of Grimm.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Back to the scrubbing.
Right away.
Is she crying?
Yeah, it looks like.
I'll take her. Come now.
The hell was that noise?
The dog.
I'm like, yeah.
He's habit boy.
I'm looking Shane. I'm like, what's that noise in this place? Oh, it's the dog over there.
Nope. Stepsisters.
Yep.
Yep.
You're to make sure the laundry is folded, the dishes are spotless, and the floors are clean enough to eat off of.
Food.
Now hurry and get to your drawers. The
Jeez.
floor looks filthy.
Oh my goodness.
Still doesn't make it better.
Clean the linens, sweep the floors, shut your mouth and do your chores. Scrub the dishes in the sink, no one said that you should think. Shine the silver, wash the clothes, and when you're finished, darn the socks, draw my bath, fetch my slippers, fill my glass, and rub my feet. Hurry up, you're so slow, you're no good, I hope you know that your life is of no use, and the truth is that no one's ever loved
Pretty nice, huh? Would you look at that? Wow.
You missed a spot.
No final sign.
Oh,
Nice. Good catch.
Now that wasn't very ladylike, was it?
Is there a shot collar?
I suggest
Apparently.
you remember your place. Say it!
Without you, I am nothing.
All right, what gives?
oh.
Someone took my damn sword.
I apologize for the inconvenience. We'll help you look for it.
No,
Pack
it's
rat.
not yours, is it? I'm not here to hurt you. I've seen you around, and I think it's safe to say you're not getting the most fair treatment. Yeah? I can't really blame you for what you're thinking.
You don't know what
But hurting them isn't going to make your life any better. You could run, but you're gonna be running for the rest of your life. Or you could find another way to handle it.
Like you. You can do whatever you want. Go wherever you want.
How old are you?
10.
And you want to be like us? You want to be a huntress? Then we've got about 7 years
For what?
to train you for the huntsman exam. Just a few more years and you won't need your guardian's permission. You'll be free.
So, is this a Mistral?
I found something! It's Cinder! She has a weapon!
Hello? Anyone?
Wow.
Without you, I am nothing. But because of you, I am everything.
Wow.
Cinder.
I won't have to run now.
That's all you'll ever do.
You're awake. I was so worried. How are you feeling?
You brought me back here. We failed.
Cinder, you were hurt. I was just trying to help.
I think she's had enough help. Besides, she went against our queen. I'd be careful who you back.
Cinder's hunch was right. If we'd had support, then maybe we would have—
Would you stop trying to protect her already? She doesn't care about you.
Both of you, get out. I'll let you know when you're needed next.
Yeah, about that. Salem's got other plans for me. I'm not gonna be taking orders from you anymore. She wants everyone on the bridge. Something big is about to happen.
I'd like to express again that this is my burden to bear, not yours. His grudge is with me.
No, it'll be even worse. He's holding back with me. I can tell.
I understand, I do. But you've done so much already. The least I can do is give you a break and try to get us out of here.
We can't leave yet. This is our chance.
Maybe you've taken one too many hits.
She knows she can't take on the whole world at once. So she doesn't. She has her followers work their way in, sabotaging us from the inside out.
Maybe we should do the same. We certainly are similar, you and I. Maybe we have been presented with an opportunity.
Great.
Oscar, please.
You don't need to fight this war, kid. Tell me what I need, and we can be done.
Hello, Basil.
Coward! All this time, it could have been you, but you let him suffer. Now, tell us how this damn lamp works. The boy has suffered enough.
Why do you follow her? I know. I know how you see me. But her? Look at what she does. How is she the answer? Why not stop her?
Salem can't be stopped. She's a force of nature. I've seen it firsthand. But you send children to their deaths for a cause that you know has no victory, no end.
Someone has to try. Salem isn't a force of nature because Salem can be fought. Unless she brings the relics together. If that happens.
Ozma. You have wonderful timing. The show is about to begin. We have good news.
Neo's kneeling.
Tyrion has heard from our dear colleague Watts.
It's because she's smart.
Although he remains in captivity, it seems that he has worked with Ironwood to gain some control over the puppet masquerading as the Winter Maiden. I suppose he remains useful after all. Speaking of which, Cinder. You chose to disobey my specific instructions. Just to fail again. And I've realized it's all my fault. You've fought your whole life unwaveringly for what you want, and here I am holding you back, instead of lifting you up. You deserve so much more than I've given you. Go to Atlas. Recover Watts. He can lead you to the girl. Whether you or my hound get to her first, you will finally have the Winter Maiden's power. And I will have my staff.
You'll only be helping her bring about the end! For all of you!
You're too late.
Do the hacks just not work? How do we even know we can trust Watts?
We have confirmed visual of her leaving Amity. She appeared to be malfunctioning.
This is why I don't trust technology. Now we're wasting our time searching for broken junk.
Enough! You're Atlas Elite. Act like it.
Ma'am? We're picking up an open comms broadcast.
Play it.
It's headed straight for Mantle. I repeat, a large, massive brim is headed straight for Mantle. Please, anyone!
Great. You guys.
Did you hear our message? It's right there. We need to hurry.
Where's Penny?
Are you serious right now? There are people in danger!
There are people in danger because you kids are acting selfish and...
You got through your force field. Oh, wow. That's all it took?
It's time.
do him.
Yeah, I'm like,
seriously.
Well,
at least stormtroopers shoot. They may miss. They shoot.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
We're gonna get a lot of. Well, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but this was a worthless episode.
No.
This was stupid. I didn't need to
disagree.
know
I
that.
love this episode.
I don't need to know all that stuff about Cinder. We could imply all of that.
Yeah, I wanted to see all that stuff about Cinder, though. So I like it.
I agree. Yeah, I wanted to see it. I feel like that has a lot to do with your feelings on how villains should operate, though, Doug. Like, you feel like there shouldn't be sympathy towards them. They should just be the evil that gets fought against.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this actually proved that she isn't redeemable and that she's not. I mean, she came from crappy stuff, but she chose.
She made choices early on.
Well, she made choices that were, bad, evil.
Yeah. I
But
don't know if
anyway.
it was supposed to be about redemption, though. I think that you're right. I think it was a opportunity to show the audience that she's not intended for redemption.
Yeah.
Well, and I like to be able to understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Right. And the fact is she had a life full of shitty people who were nothing but cruel to her. Even that huntsman could have fucking freed her from that.
For sure. Yeah.
And he didn't. He trained her. He's like, oh, when you're adult, you can be free. Like, she's got a shock collar on, dude. You've seen it in use.
Right.
What's stopping you from just going, yeah, she ain't living here no more?
Well, we don't know because we don't know the laws. We don't know whether that type of slavery is
Yeah.
legal.
I'm just saying, like, if you're a huntsman and you can't at least try and get her free, then whatever, dude. You're scum.
He might not have had the money to free her. He might not have had. I'm just saying, he might not have been able to. And if he trained her for all those years, she was only a few years. She's only a little ways from freedom.
He didn't even express the wish that she didn't have the shock collar on. He just said, "That's not very fair, huh?" Right.
Well, and here's exactly why I didn't need this episode. These arguments don't matter. They don't add anything to her character that we didn't already know.
Yeah.
So I know you guys like Cinder a lot more, or like to see the background of the villains, but I like it just sprinkle in. You can imply what their motivations are, and then go from there. Because that's how you get these, kind of dragging out a show that doesn't need that much time.
Well, I think that's what the problem is they never did that, so now we have to have a whole episode just for her back.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the
But
thing.
we could imply everything that happened in this episode.
We could.
That's not true. I don't think so, because we've sat here many times talking about whether or not she's redeemable or not. Like, what happened to her to make her want to, go up against Salem or do whatever? Why is she doing this? Personally, I have no idea why she's paired with Salem. She could go do whatever she wants. What makes her think that she can take on Salem? But Salem represents what she was up against as a child, and so it kind of puts into frame what she's fighting and what she's trying to go up against.
Thing is, here's my take on this whole thing. I know I'm kind of in between you guys. Because one, I like Cinder. I liked her. I liked her as a bad guy early on, right? I think it's too little, too late kind of thing. If we would have got this kind of backstory for her early on, I thought it would have been great, right? Then we could understand this. At this point, I'm kind of over Cinder as a bad guy by this season. By the time we get here, right? How many times has she tried and failed and showed no character growth, right? Over this time, and I liked her. But
I liked her a lot more in the first 3 volumes when it seemed like she had a plan.
Yeah.
Now it's like she acts like she has a plan, but there's no evidence of any planning on her.
Well, and it wasn't her plan. It was Salem's plan. It wasn't hers.
Well, I got the feeling that Salem said go do this, and a lot of the operation was up to her.
Right.
Like how
Maybe.
like when she tells Watts to go reprogram the Atlas, she doesn't say go do this. She goes, go get it done.
Well, yeah, I would have agreed with you in Volume 3, but she's shown no evidence. Like Mike said, she's shown no evidence of that capability. Since then.
And that was my point too. Is like since then she's shown none of that. So at first I was like, oh, she's up planning. Maybe she may not be the person in charge, but at least she's got some capabilities. But now we're like, nope, she just goes out and kills things.
Yeah.
And now we know why, because she's a psychopath.
Right.
Her upbringing.
Yeah.
Maybe she was a psychopath before, but I like to know why she's a psychopath.
Yeah.
That just adds more to the character.
While I enjoyed the flashbacks here, like I said, I would have enjoyed it far more earlier on. Right?
Yeah.
But
I can agree with that.
I just don't care about Cinder at this point. Kind of, you go 8 volumes with 0 character growth, and I'm just like, I don't care about that character.
This wasn't enough to overcome all that.
Right. It wasn't enough to overcome all that. Exactly. And so I'm not saying we don't need it or we didn't need, blah, blah. I'm just saying the timing on it is kind of like, too little, too late. But, I mean, I was far more into Salem's plan and what's going on there, right?
Yeah.
And then Oscar making the choice to take his beating just so he could, infiltrate, be the man on the inside with Salem, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then they gave us that ending that you're like, okay, I guess we're not going to have time for that to play out because it's because boom, it's happening. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy.
I think the one bright spot for me was that Osmond seems to be getting through to Hazel.
Yeah.
Little by little, you can see Hazel's kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get Emerald's going to realize that she's on the wrong side.
I hope.
That Cinder doesn't care about her and she's chosen the wrong side.
Yeah, for God's sake, wake up.
Hopefully that
one of you guys...
Notice her and Neo are separated.
Yeah.
They're not part of they haven't given themselves fully. So
if you had told me from the very beginning, Mercury is the only one of those 3 that was going to show some character growth, I would have like, really? Yeah. Mercury? I'm like, all right, well.
And I was hoping, that if Emerald switched, Mercury would go with her just because he's so neutral he wouldn't care.
Right.
But no, he's picked a side.
He's picked a side, yeah.
I mean, that's not super shocking to me. I would have assumed that that's how it would happen, but...
I'm not that invested in Mercury that's a letdown at any point.
Yeah, I mean,
same.
I still have hope for Emerald. Like, I'd want to see her come to her senses, right? Out of all those, I like Neo and I like Emerald, right? I want to see them
I was going to say during the episode, but I have a feeling that Neo wasn't actually kneeling. She's just, here's my illusion.
Here's my illusion. Illusion of her kneeling. That would be very Neo.
Yeah.
That her standing up in the background and illusion of her kneeling. Yeah.
Yeah. In my head, that's exactly how it happened.
Headcanon.
Yep. That's fact. So I mean, I like them too, and I like to see those two as not on Salem's side. I mean, I like Halem's team. I like I like Tyrion. I like Hazel. Right. I even like Watts.
Right.
I think they all have personality, and even though okay, those guys, they're clearly bad guys. Even though Hazel's, I like how each of them are. Right. They're like.
Yeah.
Although
the different motivations.
Finally, somebody argued with Hazel the logical argument of like, why is this better?
Yeah,
right.
Like, why is this the better choice of this?
Like, I get you don't agree with me, but like, why that?
Yeah,
why go to the extreme opposite?
Because she can't be stopped, and then they plant that little seed. Like, well, maybe she can, but she can't if she gets all the relics, right? So he's like, maybe. Yeah. We'll see what happens now.
Pick her side? Well, because he figured the world was doomed, and at least he'd get vengeance. That's why he picked that side.
So how do they? So is Atlas gone? Is pretty much Atlas done? Because I mean, what are you going to do at this point? They had a shield to hold out until something else happened, right? But now you have all of Mantle underneath Atlas in the crater, and then you have Atlas above getting wrecked. With no shield.
The shield was essentially worthless. It was like, oh, isn't that cute? You think that's going to protect you?
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, okay. So I'm like, man.
I mean, based on what happened in this episode, you would have assumed if she had wanted to, she could have just crashed the whale through the shield.
Yeah.
How easily that fountain of Grim broke through the shield, like in seconds. Why didn't you just crash your whale in?
Yeah.
But whatever.
She likes her whale.
But yeah,
she's patient. She'll wait for the cannon fodder Grimm to get up there.
Yeah. Why was the fleet hiding on the other side of Atlas instead of surrounding it to shoot anything that came into range? I don't.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to move into position to shoot something in range.
Yeah.
And why isn't that in range? Those are battleships.
Yeah. Why are they not surrounding the city?
Well, I can imagine. I mean, as Ironwood has been, I can imagine they probably have been instructed not to move unless he's given a command, right? He can't trust that who's going against him and who is on his side at this point. So he's probably told them, don't move unless I've said something. So there's a moment of panic where you go, do I listen to him or do I go after what's happening right now, right? So I can understand why they didn't move, but I don't understand why they were sitting on top of it, not anywhere near any potential threats coming at it, right?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how they're getting out of this one.
Well, I just always assume their position above the city allowed them maximum fields of fire because they're battleships and they should have multiple miles of range on their guns.
Yeah.
That's what battleships do.
Yeah.
If you don't, there's no reason to build a battleship, which is why we have missile destroyers now instead of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get in the next episode an actual fight with the fleet and stuff, and that was just like a moment of shock, and then storytelling. We wanted to focus on the whale and not distract you with other stuff, but there was actually a battle going, and now you get to see it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that'll happen in the next episode. I've seen that kind of storytelling before, so I'm not going to be super upset if it does happen. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to be going like, what was the
I honestly would not be surprised if the next episode is purely conversations between all of the characters and zero like fighting, because I think we're at that point where we're trying to like develop what's happening while this all is happening, because
so it's all the
distraction.
same time space. They all the same time space to bring us up to this moment.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, if we're going to compare this to Volume 3, that's what they had right in the middle of all of Volume 3 was a whole bunch of just backstory.
Yeah.
That's where we got. Volume 3 is where we first got Cinder's picking up Emerald and Mercury and Adam and all that stuff. So this is where we're at in that moment. We're in the middle of the volume for setup, and then the last few volumes, if we're lucky, is going to be all super awesome fighting.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
now, are we at the break, or
if we're
do we have
unlucky,
another
it's
week?
going to be a lot of tragedy.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think
Let's look it up.
Yeah, we'll look that up while we're going.
Season.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is if I was in Mantle right now, in a giant crater with Atlas floating above me, getting attacked, I'd take my chances with the cold. Yeah,
I'd be running.
I'd be running. Yeah, I'm taking my chances with the cold. I don't want that thing crashing down on top of me. Like literally, we'll gather up.
The big reason they put him in the crater was to protect him from all the Grimm around the city.
Yeah, all the Grimm are up there now.
So mid-season break. Mid-season break will start at the end of the 7th episode.
So we got one more episode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we got next week's episode and then the mid-season break.
I'm confusing this with Mandalorian. I'm like, wait, what, didn't we just watch episode 7? No, this was 6.
So is that on the mid-season break now?
What?
Mando?
What?
It's only got one more episode.
Mando doesn't have. It's only got one more.
It only does 8 episodes a season. So it's last episode for this season's next week. So,
yeah. So we got one more episode of this, and then we'll be on hiatus for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, with it being a break, we will have to have something big, right? Like they wouldn't just not put a cliffhanger of some sort. So something big's got to happen.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, a big mid-season break cliffhanger is coming up here. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. There we go. There you have it. Midnight. They're screwed. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen at this point.
This was definitely a divisive episode, if nothing else.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for the comments in this one. Yeah, guys, leave the comments, man. Even though we've been taking hits in the comments in the last so far this season, keep them coming. We like to have a good discussion. Plus, the comments have pointed out stuff in the episodes that I missed. So I've been really glad to go back and check through some of the things. So I really appreciate you guys watching along with us. So please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you want to support the channel and the things that we do here, Doug, how can they help us out?
Yeah, there's 3 links in the description down below. One to our Teespring store where you can get various merch. Mike's got one of our masks. We've got shirts and whatnot. You can check us out on Patreon where you can get our RWBY reactions early and our uncut Mandalorian reactions. And then finally, the easiest way for you to support us is click that Amazon affiliate link before you do your Amazon shopping, and we'll get a small kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week with the mid-season finale of RWBY Volume 8. Volume 8. All right, guys.
Yep. And we might be doing a like a mid-season review, yeah?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
In the time between episodes.
Yep.
Yep. All right, we'll let you know what we're going to do with that.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.